Hey everybody, thought I'd do some Blitz commentary this time. Okay, so E5. Alright, the Italian game. Whoops, I dropped that pawn. Should have thought about that. D6 probably was better. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we won't see it. Not too great. Off to a bad start. Knight 95 is probably his follow-up. Okay, well. It's not all so bad. Probably want to play bishop b6, so well, that's fine. I think d4 was better. Okay, so b3 might be weak later. h3 might be weak. d4 might have been better, that way he could get that in right away. Okay. That's a good move. Let's put my bishop here. Put my queen here. Let's put my queen here. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't really want to take, but if I don't, I lose my a pawn, so yeah, okay, I'll take. His queen is pinned. The defense of that, he's going to play d4 soon, so maybe I should play queen here. That's kind of a loss of time. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, actually I'm okay with this, I think. I think I have a pretty decent center. Maybe queen b3 is an option. So I'm attacking this pawn. There's no rook here. There's knight here for a moment. That's a good move. Is this correct? That looks dangerous. Let's go here. Maybe we'll play c5. I can attack this later. Or at least stop any queenside counterplay. Doesn't look like a very good move. Okay. Maybe I can break this pin here. Okay, I'll play my knight back. That's fine. Ooh, that would be a blunder. Okay, let's blockade this f6 advance. I don't really want to give him an open rook file if I don't have to. Hopefully I can play my queen or knight here. I think I want my queen here and the knight on g5 to provoke h4. I think he wants to play for g4 ideas. And I'll just lost the exchange. That was a bad plan. Jeez. Maybe I can trick him. somehow. You can take, and then I'll take, and then he's threatening this knight, but I can move the rook and threaten his knight. This didn't go too well, did it? Okay, I don't want to trade. I just have really passive pieces. This is just terrible. Alright, I want to stop h4. I'm play h4 myself and break through. Maybe I can use this pin. Okay, it's a good move. But gotta go for the attack, or I'm lost anyways. Gotta open this G file. Maybe I can buy some time. Okay. So I do have some, if he plays rook f4, I have check, and then gains tempo and queen. So queen's gonna have to retreat here, I think. But after h3, I have counterplay, to say the least. I think I'm back in the game a little bit. Okay. This looks bad, but I think it was necessary. He checks, and then I can move, or he can check with the rook, I'll move. Oh, I missed that, didn't I? Actually, there's a kill here with, yeah. Ooh. I think he missed it. Queen h6. I couldn't block with the rook because he has mate, so he would have to, I would have to go king g8, which check, king f7, check, should have won this rook. I'll have to check that in a minute. The check here looks pretty good. And if he plays queen here, there's the exchange back, so he let me back in the game. Have to see where he went wrong. But that's just proof that if you're losing. Okay, so I have check here. I have check here. Okay. I like this. I don't see what he does about. Okay, he does nothing. That's what I thought. Now let's take a look at that. So e5. I think here, bishop here is correct. You want to get this in before, since I've already committed the bishop outside, well, soon to be pawn chain. I think bishop g5 is what you want to play first. The castling's fine. It's just a more modest approach, I think. Just terrible move. I shouldn't have played this. This was, I don't know what line I was thinking of. d6 is correct. And then maybe bishop d2 or e3 with a3, b4. I think he wants to play c4 and expand on the queen side, or play for c3, d4, which I think he ends up doing. So here I think knight d5 looks more accurate, but I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's because usually the bishop's here or here. 92 is fine. So I'm not sure about knight takes b3. I guess I didn't want c3. The bishop could retreat. So okay, I got the bishop here. That's one thing I have. B4 not correct. I think D4, leave E4 up, because the bishop, when the bishop moves, then you have that center push you were going for. And then knight G3. I don't want to take away from the center. I don't believe so. So B3, hard to say why he played B3. He doesn't need help playing C4. And this bishop's going to E3 anyway as he plays like the next move. So it's not really clear why B3 was played at all. It's just a bad move. Ties his queen up. Puts my bishop on a good square. Okay, knight F5 looks good. I mean, maybe queen C7 is better. I'll just take anyways. And threaten the pawn. I could play queen C7, knight F5, takes, and then queen D7. It's unclear how he'd defend. He would have to play G4, which might give us some play, maybe like a reverse King's Gambit accepted. So bishop E3 is okay. It's a strange pawn structure. His king side is pretty weak. A lot of weaknesses. I think that's really what really killed him in the end. So this wasn't the best trade, but these knights, if you're not careful, these knights come in H4, G4, G5. I mean, king moves over rook. I mean, I don't know. I think it's necessary to take, even though it fixes the structure a little bit. I got this big center in exchange. Knight H2. I don't know. I didn't like how it opened up my queen. These dark squares are so weak around his king. I think that's why, even though down the exchange, I was okay. He completely locked the queen side and center. So whoever's stronger on the king side wins. Yeah, bad move. Didn't mean to play that. Let's see. Is there anything better here? Yeah, so I thought he would take, and then I could take here. If he took here, I would take here with check. So, oh wait, no, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, so if he took here, then wait, after this recapture, so takes there. So he's threatening my rook and knight, so I would move here. If he takes the knight, then I take his knight. I'm defending this pawn. I'm going to take this pawn next. He is better. I think he's much better. Alright, where was I? Yeah, so give the exchange. I think it's a really slow plan. Maybe if he had some threats with 97, maybe. I mean, or maybe if he just, well, I guess he couldn't ignore it. Yeah, instead of this move, well, I got exactly what I wanted. Open the G file. I think I have something for the exchange. I mean, I do think that everything's pretty well defended. Okay, so maybe oh, he didn't want to weaken his back row, so maybe queen h2, just a passive retreat, would have been better. He wants to keep this rook active, and if he can take here and then work with these two pawns, eventually I'm gonna have to pull back. As long as he's not getting mated, these two pawns will be decisive. So I think unactivating his piece was a mistake. I could have taken here, but I'm not actually in any danger here. Everything's pretty solid. So I did miss f6 hanging, but